Nope.
So what's up, man?
Coolin', man.
You know what I want to hear, right?
What you want to hear?
Baby!
Yeah. I'm gonna let that beat just keep riding in. Yeah, you feel it. You see it. Yo, you know what it is? Episode 58. We back. Buffet boys. We in the building. Back like your herpes outbreak. Back like we never left. Rough, rugged, and raw. You know what it is. Our names ring bells. So when
all
you
those
see
three
us,
things?
respect us.
All three?
Respect. Respect when you see the gods come through.
Respect on her name.
You know what it is. It's your boy, the Salvadoran sensation, Eb. And as always with me, it's my main man, 100 grand, the Hotep hustler himself, the best import coming out of Mexico, Mr. 32 Savage, Mr. Kodak Brown, Mr. Stole Your Girl, and gave her right back because, hey, he's changing his life and he's going to become a one-woman man. And I am all for it.
Shit.
Okay? Post Malone's #1 fan.
Jesus Christ. Still with this?
Speaking truisms, it's your boy Vic. What's cracking, Vic?
Yeah. We're going to keep spreading lies about me being Post Malone's #1 fan.
Come on, Vic. You know you love this guy. You got posters literally all over your room. You got a wallpaper on your phone. Every time anyone says anything about him, you're defending this guy like he was your chick. So, yeah, I would say that you're his #1 fan.
Damn.
God forbid Jimmy
right.
Fallon has Post Malone on his show. You might bust a nut. And I don't know how that's going to turn.
Bust two nuts.
Bust two nuts.
One for each person.
Questlove did another truck solo. Fucking clown.
Oh, you are obsessed with these people, right?
Fuck these guys.
You talk more about those two than I do, and you say I love them, dog.
Well, my disdain is so strong for both of those clowns that, you know what? Yo, I saw an interview with Post Malone, and they asked him what was the biggest lie, and he said the biggest lie in the world was the U.S. government. And then he started going into this tangent about how martial law and how this country wasn't what it used to be. And I'm like, yo, that sounds very familiar. Very familiar. I can recognize someone who leans all the way right.
You sniffing it out. You sniffing it out.
He seemed like he was about to tip the fuck over. Then he's talking about he's all like strap up and go out to the country. I was like, whoa. So, hey, listen, man, if you if you all about that all right shit, then hey, by all means, brother, do you.
Wow, you're posting judgments on. Yes, that's right. I said it, posting judgments. Posting judgments on a guy you know nothing about? Oh, wow.
All I need to know is that he has fucking gold grills, he has a fucked up perm, and that you like
Trinidad James got gold grills.
Who?
Trinidad James.
Yeah, he's a clown too. What are you trying to say?
Oh, okay. Okay, all right.
What do you think I was going to jump out the window and be like, oh man, don't you ever disrespect Trinidad James like that? Fuck that.
Wow.
Post Malone is a white Trinidad James.
Wow. Wow, we got the name of our episode in the first 4 minutes of the episode.
Post Malone, the white Trinidad James.
The white Trinidad James.
Yeah, fuck White Iverson, dog. He's the white Trinidad James. There you go. Damn. Gems. Anyway, Vic, man, what's poppin'? How was your weekend?
Man, it was good, Eb. You know what? I finally got to see it, Eb. I finally got my ass to enjoy the movie that everybody's been talking about. Unfortunately, I didn't watch it opening weekend, so we're late as fuck talking about Black Panther a week later. I don't know how that
Whoa. What you mean we?
I'm sorry.
When we start speaking French. No. You were late. I supported day of. So
wow.
Speak for
well,
yourself.
You know what, Eb? I don't like crowds of people. All right. I like being in non-crowded places. That's why you won't catch me at Disneyland. that and it being like $1 million to go there. But anyway,
Yeah,
I
for
don't
real.
like a lot of people around me.
Me neither. I don't like that
So,
shit.
so you know what? I just waited. I waited an extra 3 days after the weekend. I saw it on Wednesday, and man, I'm just gonna say this. I'm not gonna get too much into it because, like I said, we're late on, or I'm late talking about it.
Yeah, for real.
But Michael B. Jordan crushed it, dog. Crushed that role, and the movie altogether was real dope. And I really want to watch it again. That's
me
how
too.
good it was.
That's the type of movie that it was. That it's a go see it 2 times type of film. And
Yep.
to be quite honest with you, I like I told you before, I couldn't expect anything more. It superseded my expectations. It is something that I will watch maybe 2, 3, 4 other times because it was that good. So I was very excited, and like I told you, I was more impressed with the community aspect of what this film did for the actual community and how it brought people together. You know what I mean? So that's what I love the most about it. But the movie, in my opinion, flawless. Great, probably the best Marvel film ever. Just a good
think
film,
so.
period. Just a good film, period.
I think that is definitely the best Marvel film, and definitely amongst the best superhero films of all time.
Yeah.
And that in my opinion, has nothing to do with the community aspect of it, the outside aspect. Just the movie on its own merits that much because it was fucking fire.
Yeah.
It was fire. I loved it. I like I said, I could watch that 4 or 5 more other times if I wasn't so frugal.
Let's not get into that, Vic. Let's just say you saw the movie. Because the more we delve into it, the more people are going to say, you know what? Technically,
Well, all right.
we'll just keep it at that. You ain't got to say nothing. Listen, it was a good movie. It was a great movie. And I'm glad that you enjoyed your weekend. And that is all that matters.
Yeah, man. What did you do this weekend?
I didn't do anything, man. I kept it low key with my whiz, stayed home.
Yep.
We went shopping for groceries, real deal, normal shit that every person does. Got some tacos, hung out,
Ooh.
saw a little bit of that Golden State Warriors game, which we'll kind of get into a little bit in a couple minutes here. But other than that, man, just kept it very low key. Sunday, woke up like super late and just hung out. And that was about it, man. I kind of need that every now and then. You need a little time to just relax, kick back, and not have to worry about going out. And we got to go here, we got to go there. So it was good.
Recharge the batteries, man.
Yeah, man. So yeah. But anyway, man, let's get in to the week that was.
We gonna dive in straight in.
You know how it is, dog. Raw dog, no condom, blowing backs out. Actually, I kind of want to take that raw dog comment back because what I did see over the weekend was Dallas Buyers Club, and Lord have mercy.
Oh shit!
If I was in my like scumbag days when I was out here just slanging and banging and not committed, and not in love like that, that movie would have made me think twice. Like, holy shit. Because there are some scenes where Matthew McConaughey is bagging out these heroin addicts. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, nah, I am good, sir. So I saw that. But anyway.
I'm glad you cleared all the I'm gonna be nice to my wife before I say these things type thing. Like, if I wasn't so, in love to the deepest degree to my one and only.
My rib. You feel me?
No, man, but I haven't seen that movie, but I heard good things about it.
It's a good movie, man. Jared Leto plays a great fucking role, and so does Matthew McConaughey. That motherfucker got skinny. Like, he looked like he had really AIDS. Like, he copped the shit. You know what I mean? So, but anyway. So, hey, listen, are people still watching the Winter Olympics? Like, what the fuck? Like,
I think it's just about over, right? It's about to end. But I mean, I think the only major sport that people were waiting for was hockey, and both the women's and the men's is over. And I don't know. I don't think anybody's looking for anything else. Curling's done.
No one's really checking for that. Like, no one's checking for that. And it's funny because I did see my parents over the weekend.
Okay.
And like I said, I think the older you are, the more you kind of get involved in that. right? Because it's like, because I'm
calling your
watching.
parents old as fuck, dog. What's going on?
Yeah, what the fuck, dog? What do you think?
Have
Like
some
27, dog? I'm in my 30s, dog.
dog.
How would you think they were gonna be? Fucking 40-year-olds, dog. I am not a statistic yet, Vic.
Okay,
anyway, so they're
you
watching the
parents'
fucking
house.
Winter Olympics. They're watching the Winter Olympics, and I'm like, damn. And my dad was telling me, like, yeah, man, the USA won the gold for curling. And I know you love curling. You've been talking about this shit since the last couple weeks, and I just been talking shit. But I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I sat down and I actually watched Sweden versus South Korea.
Yeah.
And I can see why people would be interested in watching that shit.
All right, okay.
Because I caught myself sitting for about a good hour watching this shit. Like, oh, word! Like you can build moats and shit. You can like try to. Oh, man, I'm telling you, I got into it. I was like, oh, okay. But the sheer fact that anyone even thinks that this is a sport is still mind-boggling to me.
You know what, you gotta get some filler events in there.
But you know what?
All be AAA events,
But I'm looking at it and I'm thinking like, okay, this is actually a bigger draw than I would say 80% of all the other sports in the Olympics, at least the Winter Olympics. Because I'm telling you, I was watching it and then my dad told me, hey, the U.S. won the curling gold. And I'm like, word? Mm-hmm. And yo, I saw the pictures, Vic, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? I was like, yo, all of these guys look like fucking hipsters that work at their local brewery. And I think that's exactly how it started. They were working in Minnesota, and they're like, "Hey, why don't we just start a fucking curling club?"
No, I think it's an Irish game. I want to say it's an Irish game because I know they get the stones have to be from a certain place. I want to say it's from Ireland. I'm not 100% sure, but I think the stones have to be from a certain type of rock from a certain region in a certain country. Yeah.
Really?
And you can't get any old rock. You can't just go down to Pismo Beach and just carve out rock real quick and make it.
That shit don't look like a stone, dog. It looked like a fucking teapot. So I don't know.
It's a stone.
That's a stone?
Yeah. It's kind of like granite. Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, the point is I saw this shit and I was like, oh, okay. But these guys were acting like they just won the Super Bowl, which I guess would be the equivalent of your curling championship. So yeah,
dog,
I guess
they just won a gold medal, dog. They just won a gold medal.
But yeah, it's like winning a gold medal in darts, Vic.
I don't care. I don't care.
That's cool. Wow, you're the best.
I don't care. Yeah, they're not all gonna be Michael Jordan, dog. They're not gonna all win. I
can't respect it.
Yeah, well then you don't have to, dog. They won gold medals.
Well, I'll tell you who else didn't respect them. Nah, y'all tell you who else didn't get the respect is Delta when they asked them to upgrade their flight. They're like, yeah, congratulations, but you still flying good. Coach, motherfucker. Okay, chill. You're not Tom Brady. Relax.
You know what? I want to pile on Delta, but they just kind of cut ties with the NRA, so I'm kind of conflicted with Delta right now. I think they should have hooked them up, but I don't know. Maybe there was no space on the fucking plane in first class.
Nah, dog. They were just like, you're nobodies. Relax. Get back in your fucking regular. Get back in your regular seat. You're gonna be popping for a week. You're gonna do a Wheaties commercial, and that's that. You're gonna go back to Minnesota. You're gonna start growing out your mustache again, and you guys are gonna start fucking making beer. So
wow.
It is. Let me keep it funny.
You know what's funny though? Speaking of irrelevant Olympic events, my buddy used to work at this nursery, where they sell plants and whatnot, and he used to get a regular customer, and I kid you not, she was an Olympic champion, gold medal champion. She won several gold, several silver, and a few bronze.
Who we talking about here?
Okay, so that's the exact point. She did like shooting events. She was like a skeet shooter. She was
Woo! She a ski shooter. She a ski shooter.
No, but she was like a skeet shooter. She was like just target shooter, and she would roll into that nursery and literally have her gold medals in her glove box.
Dog, because that's how you get free shit. Number one,
Yes.
but number two, that's how people get to. That's how people know you. Be like, oh, who? Melissa? What?
Yes. Hold on, maybe you know me more like this. You run to the glove box, put them on. How about now?
And pose and shit like, oh yeah,
Put the head on the hips and shit.
Yeah, 2000 and 2004. I remember you.
I remember.
He's a free plant. He's a free plant. You get 30% off for being a gold medal winner. But yo, another thing that happened was, I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone knew, but in these Olympics that were actually held in Russia, Russia as a whole, as a nation, was disqualified for this fucking huge doping scandal that ran rampant through almost every single sport.
In the last Olympics, right? Because that was like, that was the big news in the last Winter Olympics. There was just like wild, mad doping going on in Russia.
Fucking, and you seen Drago doing spins and shit in midair. You're like, damn, that motherfucker's big. So what ended up happening was initially they banned every single Russian athlete that was going to compete. What they ended up doing was they actually let some of them compete that apparently after they did some tests, they came back clean, but they couldn't represent the flag of Russia. So instead, they're known as the, what was it, Vic? The people or...
The athletes of shit, what was it?
Athlete of Russia. Athlete of Russia.
Yeah. Team Olympic athlete from Russia.
Yeah. What kind of fucked up shit is that? And my thing, I'm like, what's the point of even doing that? Because at the end of the day, it's like, okay, that's just Russia. But it just looks weird as fuck. And so they ended up winning the gold. And you start panning out, and you see all these fucking Russian fans with the Russia flag out. And I'm like, how does this change anything? It didn't change shit for me.
You know, I mean, they might as well have just let them in. They just, for real, like legit. If you're going to let them compete anyway, it makes no sense. Like, that don't hurt nobody. Vladimir Putin's still going to be like, look at all our wins. Look at our great athletes. Yeah, man. Why did he sound like Trump there?
Because they're one and the same, Vic. That's why.
Oh, they're the same. I've never seen them in the same place at the same time, man.
I have.
But yeah, I don't get it. I saw that too, and I was just kind of bugging. I'm like, what's going on here?
Lame. And I'm glad these fucking Winter Olympics are over because they're boring as fuck, to be 100% honest with you. If anyone is out here really telling you, yo, I was watching, shut the fuck up, stop lying, okay? You were watching the Jersey Shore last night and you weren't watching the fucking Olympics. But yo, anyway, I was talking to you about this game on Saturday versus the Warriors and the Thunder.
Yep, and missed that one.
Well, there was a little controversy in the game, one including ZaZa Pachulia.
Okay.
Yo, that motherfucker looked like a Neanderthal, dog. Like straight up and down. Like he don't even like he looked like the real Encino man. Like he looks like, yo, his fucking brow is protruding. He looks crazy as fuck, dog. He got like that protruding eyebrow to block the sun naturally. You know what I mean? That's what I heard.
Like Bill Walton.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I like Bill Walton though.
I heard they call ZaZa Pachulia the missing link on the team. I don't know.
Oh shit.
Yo, the man looks crazy, Vic. Look at him. Look at him.
I know, dog. I know.
Well, anyway, ZaZa Pachulia has this, I guess, what you want to say, reputation for being a dirty player.
Yeah.
And there's a video of a play where Russell Westbrook, ZaZa Pachulia, and I forgot who else, go up for a ball, they go for a rebound. One player topples over, the Westbrook topples over, and then ZaZa topples over him. And all of a sudden, I'm seeing videos left and right, comments going in and out about ZaZa Pachulia was trying to hurt Russell Westbrook. And then Russell Westbrook is all in his fucking feelings talking about, like, what do you think? What do you think? That's a dirty play. He's a dirty player. And I saw it, I'm like, nah, does it really seem all that, it didn't seem all that dirty. But do you think that because of his reputation supersedes that, and automatically anytime someone complains about getting hurt, they're going to say ZaZa tried to hurt him?
I mean, yeah, because he has that reputation. It's like Meta World Peace, or AKA Ron Artest. Anytime it's close, you give the other player the benefit of the doubt because there is that reputation. Unless it's very clear that there was no intention. I've always been under the impression, Eb, and you know, my pops actually told us this because he used to play soccer in a semi-professional manner in Mexico. But
let's be
so did everybody else.
Every single Hispanic father in the world has played some sort of professional soccer in every country that they lived in. But I mean, what he said still rings true to me. That professional athletes know their movements. 99% of what they do is intentional. Like whatever movement they're doing, 99% of them are intentional. 100% true.
And that rings very true to me because these are finely tuned athletes that have been at the top of their craft almost their entire life.
I don't know.
And whatever level they're playing, they've been near the top of it their whole life.
Zaza looks pretty clumsy, dog. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, dog. But you throw him in a YMCA game, and he's fucking banging and slanging fucking threes and dunking all over these fucking pathetic fools. Come on. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he's still an athlete.
Word.
So, especially one that knows that, like, okay, I can swing my elbow this way. Like, that's what he's known for. So, if that's what he's known for, I think he knows what he's doing with his body. And I, you know what? Maybe he knew what he was doing. But you know, I also want to give Russell the benefit of the doubt as well because I don't know him to be soft.
Yeah, that's true.
So to me, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe there was something a little malicious in there, a little shady. But well, I mean, I don't know. Good thing nothing happened out of it, because you know, Russ, you don't want to see him go down, and you know, the Thunder go down with him if that happens.
What you mean? You don't think Carmelo's gonna come out, rise from the ashes like a phoenix, and just start?
Carmelo. I love Carmelo, but it ain't happening, my man.
Yo, I feel like Carmelo's just out here like playing for a check right now. Like I just don't see it, man. I'm like, damn, you just balling just to ball. I think right now.
I don't think so, Eb. I think Carmelo loves. I think Carmelo loves the game, man. And I think he could have gone to another place and got a bigger check.
He should have came to the Lakers, and then he could have played with Isaiah Thomas. Hey, relax, okay. So, but yeah, man. I guess Zaza, we'll find out. Maybe he'll get fired. Maybe he won't. Who knows? Who cares? It's like a gang all day. But yo, man, let's take a quick little break. We're gonna be right back.
Yo, what up, man? This is Geek Said Podcast, the only podcast that blend hip-hop culture and geek culture together. I'm your boy Deuces.
This is Liv. This your boy Bacardi.
And make sure y'all check us out every other Tuesday on the urbanmogullife.com or any other podcast platform. Let's go.
And we're
back. We back.
Like JayZ, guess who's Bizak? Still smelling crack on my clothes. Had to relapse on these hoes. Yo, man, your boy Jigga Man out here stiffing people with $11,000 tips, Vic.
Yeah, I guess that's stiffy nowadays. Fucking $11,000. This is
wild, fucking wild, Victor. So JayZ, during the All-Star game, actually wasn't at the All-Star game. He was actually back in New York. At a little private, I would say private gathering, but it was a little party, little soiree for him and his buddies. One of the CEOs for Rock Nation or some shit. That's not really important. The important part is that he ordered $70,000 worth of Ace of Spades, which is a grip of money and can pay off my student loans, can pay off my wife's student loans, and give us some nice little change left over. But that's neither here nor there. The man's damn near a billionaire, so he can spend his money how he wants. So he paid for $71,000, and with that, he left a tip of $11,000. And when I read this, the first thing that came to my mind was, damn, 11 G's? God damn. I'm obviously in the wrong business because that's a lot. I'm like, yo, that's a lot of money. A lot of money. And as the day went on, as the day progressed, I started seeing tweets and I started seeing stories.
Uh-oh. That's never good.
Right? That's never good. Especially when it's more than just, more than a couple. We're like, oh, JayZ. Because JayZ buying $70,000 worth of bottles, is that really newsworthy? Probably not, right? The guy's like a 100 millionaire. So, it's chump change. So when you start seeing being retweeted, when you start seeing liked, when you start seeing his name trending, you start thinking, what's going on here? And upon further investigation, Vic, I found out that the waitresses that were serving these bottles to young Sean Carter were upset because they felt that JayZ stiffed them with an $11,000 tip because it wasn't 20%.
Eb, they didn't listen to the latest album that he dropped about being smart with money.
That's what I'm saying.
But, okay, Eb, let's be serious here for a second. Well, we're not going to be serious, but this is fucking ridiculous. $11,000 is a lot of money to drop on a tip, no matter how big your staff is, unless you have 11,000 people.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, what are these girls doing? Delivering the bottles to his fucking table. They're not opening them. They're not pouring shit. They're not doing none of that. They're not saying happy birthday. They ain't doing shit but dropping off bottles of liquor, Vic. And I would say,
I would have done that for fucking $20 in the blunt wrap, Eb.
I don't know about all that, but I mean, listen, if I was taking food to JayZ, I'd be thinking like, okay, I'm gonna get a decent tip, but my decent tip is like maybe $200-$300. $11,000 is split up between 4 people. Get the fuck out of here, yo. That's more money than these chicks are probably making in 3 months. Easily. And these fucking girls are upset because it wasn't 20% of the bill?
It's out of line, Eb. It's out of line. It's fucking
out of pocket.
It's nothing but that. It's out of line. These people are wilding out, Eb. You can't. Look, the way I see it, 20% is only good for the first $5,000.
God damn.
After that, it's at discretion. And I think $11,100 on a tip is pretty reasonable.
I need to know which one of these chicks had the audacity to like jump out the window and be like, $11,000, is that it? Yeah, what the fuck do you think I was gonna? You think I was gonna give you 20 G's so you could split fucking 5,000 between each of you for dropping off bottles that I'm paying for any fucking way? Yeah, get the fuck out of here, yo. Like, if I was JayZ, I would have called the manager, but you know what? Don't run that through. I put a stop payment on that. I paid the $30 for the stop payment. Here's your 70 grand. I ain't paying you shit. You don't expect me to come back to this motherfucker neither.
That $11,000 tip just became a $0 tip.
Hey, 100, Vic. You know what? I would have left $100. Like, here, split that shit up. Keep talking shit. That's yo, Vic. That's some straight bullshit, dog. Bullshit. Like, yo, like, I don't know what. Like, I'm in my mind, I'm thinking like, yo, these chicks must be used to getting like all types of millionaires in there. Right, I mean, but then again, I'm like, how many millionaires could probably be rolling through there? And if it's the millionaires that are literally giving you 20%, they're probably the millionaires that aren't going to last that long being millionaires.
But Ed, even at that, how many millionaires are spending 70 grand? Not that many, Ed.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot.
I'm telling you right now, nah, spending 70 grand, nah.
I mean, I'm talking about like regular millionaires. Or you talking about like JayZ's like $650 million deep, dog?
Ed, it doesn't happen that often where you're going to spend 70 million, even as a multi-millionaire, where you're going to be spending 70 million at a bar, at a lounge.
70,000.
I mean, 70,000. You know what I mean? 70,000 at a lounge, at a bar. Yeah. There's no way. There's no way that's a regular thing. Even if they get regular millionaires there on the regular, even if that happens, $70,000 is not regular.
That's bugged out, Vic. The fact that you would expect that you even have the audacity to say anything because you got an $11,000 tip. I was like, yo, I wish I got $1,000 tip. You know what I mean? Like that's gonna pay for you. Like, I owe back taxes. Give me some of that money. Let me pay some. Yo, I'll go out there and drop these bottles off. Like, yo, what's good, my man? What you need? What you need? What? You want a Corona? I can get you some free Coronas. You know what I mean? Like, what you need? I got peanuts on deck. What y'all need?
I got pretzels. What's going on?
We got some hot wings. Listen, I can run across the street, go to the store, get y'all some, some chips, some snickerdoodles. What y'all need? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and if you gave me a $500 tip, Vic, I would be completely okay with that. And to be mad that you only got an $11,000 tip and that it wasn't 20%, you need to get all the way the fuck out of here. Seriously.
That's wild. So 11,000 divided by 4
about 2,700, something like that.
Yeah, it's about $2,700. Yo, that's worth more than my car right now.
Damn. Vic on that. Vic in his broke boy status.
Broke boy status for real. But I mean, I don't know. And that shit's wild to me. And it's crazy. This is the world we're living in right now.
Entitlement, Vic. These girls are probably in their early 20s, entitled as fuck, probably saw JayZ, forgetting that this man is in his late 50s, okay? Knowing that he just dropped a 4/4 album where he literally told y'all, yo, this money phone business, nah, cut it out. You know what's better than 1 billionaire? 2, okay?
Yeah.
He literally told you that he felt like a Dumbo because he didn't fucking buy the building. And you think he's just gonna drop like 50 racks for you as a tip? Get out of here. Take your 11 grand, shut the fuck up, and go serve another bum that's gonna come in there and give you $50 for a $500 meal, dog. Like, get out of here. That's a lot of bread. That's a lot of money. And it boggles my mind that anybody would even be upset at that.
Have you ever given a bad tip like that? Not like that, obviously, that's a great tip. But
dog, no, I'm not gonna put my fucking tuition, dog, on the table. Like, all right, y'all.
I know.
Thank you for the 40 bottles of Ace of Spades.
I ain't gonna put a quarter of my yearly salary up there, but no, but what's the worst tip you can remember giving in?
A fucking $0 tip and getting the fuck out of there.
Was the service that bad, Ed?
Yeah,
what
man.
the fuck happened?
Like, the problem, this is, one of the issues that I have with waitresses and waiters is that I don't expect you to be like at the table every fucking minute, every fucking second, but you have to come up and check on people periodically. Why? Because people drink, right? Usually when you go out to eat, you tend to drink more than you normally would at the house, right? You drink more water, more juice, more soda,
all that.
And one of my fucking pet peeves is drinking something, and I listen. It's customary to grab your cup, whatever it is, you put it right on the edge of the table to let them know my shit is dry. Fill me up. And if I'm eating something very delicious, usually I want to make sure that I have a decent drink to go with it. If I'm eating a steak, usually I like a nice beer. Nice, pale ale. Something that goes with it, right?
All right.
So if I'm drinking something and I'm eating something and I finish my drink, I usually put my drink to the side and I'll slow down a bit on the meat. Hold on, let me take that back. Pause. Okay. I'll slow down on eating the steak.
You let the meat go down your throat. Oh, God shit.
Damn it, man. So I'll slow down eating the motherfucking steak, okay? In hopes that the waiter or waitress will come by like, sir, would you like another drink? And I'm going to say, absolutely. Comes back, drops me a drink. But if it's been 20 fucking minutes and no one's walked around my table and my motherfucking steak is getting cold, then we got a problem. And then when you finally do come by and then you look at me, would you want a refill? Like, nah, what the fuck you think? That I'm just gonna have one fucking drink with this salty ass steak? No, yes, I want another fucking drink. So you go and you leave and then you don't come back for another fucking 10 minutes. And mind you, there's only like 3 fucking people in the whole entire restaurant.
You want to name names, Eb? What restaurant, Eb?
I ain't gonna
Want to
drop
name
nothing.
names?
Listen. Some movement
What, they
going
ain't
on.
sponsoring it. Hey, they ain't sponsoring it. Name names, Eb.
Hey, listen, there's some movement going on. We don't know if we can get sued or not. So listen, we're going to keep that under wraps until later. Okay? But the fucking point is, if you're taking half an hour to bring me one drink, then you're not going to get a fucking tip. I'm going to be straight up and down with you. If anything, I'm upset. I'm kind of sad because I'm not paying the cook. So my understanding is that when you leave a tip, that goes to the cook. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about the busboy. I'm talking about the fucking cook and the waiter. Okay, so $0 has been it, and that was because you never came to refill my drink. You never no attention. As a waiter, as a waitress, you are there to do what? To be a fucking waiter.
To wait on your clients.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're not there, then I don't give a fuck. And if you got a nasty attitude and you got this fucking sour ass fucking face, then you might not get much money. I might put a 0 with a fucking smiley face on it. That's what I'll do. Victor,
wow.
Victor, we listen, goods and services, okay? That's what this is about. That's what this world is about, goods and services, what you can provide and what you want. Okay, and if I'm going somewhere, it's because I want something. You need to provide the service, and if you're not providing service, you can suck a dick because you don't get nothing.
Damn, man, you are a savage, dog.
I might listen, dog. Listen. Ain't nothing. There's no better feeling than the waitress knowing that they didn't do shit and expecting some sort of money, and you getting up and just walking out with leaving no fucking tip, dog. Ain't no better feeling.
Damn.
And I get my napkin and I'm like, fuck. Drop that fucking walk out.
You know what's funny, Ed? So that 0 is pretty bad, right? Let me tell you what's worse, Ed. And this is a story from back when I was a young kid. I do have two brothers. I have one that we talk about a lot on this podcast, and an older one. Right. And I remember we went to Sunday brunch at El Torito because we're Mexican and moms like the Sunday brunch. That's neither here nor there. We go there, and Ed, I don't know if you agree, but they make fire margaritas. I don't know if, okay.
I'm not really a margarita type of person.
All right,
but
well,
continue.
you're not, but they make fire margaritas, and my older brother was about to turn 21 in a few weeks, but not quite, right? He wasn't there yet.
Wait a minute. Hold on. That means you would have been like 7, dog.
Yes, I was young. I remember this vividly, dog.
They really make bomb margaritas. You make it. It makes sense.
Yeah,
okay, go on.
It was close. So my eldest brother decided he wanted to order one and test to see if he can get one. The waiter said, "Sure, sir. Can I see your ID?" And when he couldn't provide it, the guy said, "Sorry, I can't do nothing for you." So we ended up having our lunch. They kind of went back and forth for a second to see if he can get it. You know, ended up being a no. And we ended up having our dinner or lunch, and my brother, when it came down to the tip, he said, "Oh, don't worry, I got it." And so my folks, myself, my two brothers get up and walk out. My eldest brother seemingly paying the tip, and as we're getting to his car, we have the waiter come out. And and he throws a penny at my brother.
What?
He's like, "Here you go. You need it more than I do."
Damn, dog. That's how you get your ass kicked.
So what ended up happening is
he got his ass kicked.
He ended up giving a 1-cent tip.
Why? Because he couldn't get alcohol.
Because he couldn't get alcohol.
Damn it, man. You Mexicans, savage.
You know what? I always thought that's a little worse than giving 0.
Oh yeah, because that's very disrespectful.
Cause you're letting them know, like, okay, it's not that I forgot, it's not that it passed my brain. I took a second to think about you picking this up and being upset.
Damn. Oh my God. Well, you know what? Fuck that, Vic. Some of these people deserve a fucking penny. Okay, now I don't know what this guy did. I don't know what this guy did, but
deserved it, man.
I think he got mad because listen, that sounds like the Guerrero family, though, man. That sounds like I'll be getting mad at some stuff sometimes, and I'm just like, why are you guys upset? Like, what is going on right now? But
the Guerrero way, Eb.
Disrespectful. But yo, man, hey, I know you heard this new Drake song, God's Plan. Don't act like you didn't.
Yes, I have.
You lived under a fucking rock.
And you know what? It's everybody knows I dislike Drake. The song is dope, dog.
The video is actually doper, in my opinion.
I haven't seen the video. I've heard the song, but I haven't seen the video.
So the video essentially it makes the song even better. And in the video, Drake is literally going around in Miami giving people blessings. And by blessings, I mean he's giving these people money. People that are in need, right? Families that need this. He's giving away fucking cars. He's going into grocery stores, and he's literally just saying it with a fucking bullhorn, letting everyone know, listen, everything is on me. So anything that you're getting in this store, go wild. It's all free, right?
Damn.
So the whole video, he's doing good deeds, and part of the video, he says that they had a budget of close to $1 million to make the video. And what ended up happening was that budget was actually turned around and given to the people of Miami, in certain parts of Miami. So they spent close to $1 million just giving it away to families. And, you know, there's parts in the video where Drake is literally giving people racks of money, Vic. Just like, yo, here's a stack of hundreds. Here you go. Pay for your tuition. Yo, you guys need some money. I lost my job. Bang, here you go. Again, going into the stores, giving people fucking cars, Vic, and everyone's so grateful. And, you know, you're catching moments, beautiful moments of people that are in need, genuinely happy because this man is actually doing a good deed. And in my opinion, there's just absolutely no way that you can hate on this. No way.
My question is, how did that make it onto our show? There's got to be a spin on it.
So my uncle Ebro has a show in New York
on
Hot 97 called Ebro in the Morning. And on that show, he has a couple other individuals there with him as well. One being, was it Peter Rosenberg?
Rosenberg, yeah.
Yeah. So, and this guy has this it's like a love and hate relationship with Drake. You know, he's always said how great he is, but then he's always got some shit to always say, right? He never really keeps it a buck. And one thing I like about certain people like Charlamagne is he keeps it a buck. It is what it is. You're trash or you're not trash. This guy always seems like he likes him, but he doesn't. He always has some shit to say. In any case, Rosenberg pretty much said that, you know, yeah, that was a good deed and all. I just hate the fact that he had to do it on video and catch it and use it for his music video.
Well,
and I'm like, as we've said in the past, Vic, who the fuck cares? Like, I really don't give a shit. Like, this man is doing a good deed. Okay, it's on tape, whatever. And in my mind, I'm thinking this is more of hey, I'm capturing a great moment, right? I'm putting this so the world can see. Maybe it make people feel better. And then you have these fucking bums who are always complaining because essentially it's not genuine because they're recording it.
That's always been kind of ridiculous in my opinion. There are certain people that do it that way, right? But I think for the most part, even if you're doing it to broadcast it to the world, most of the time there's a genuine feeling that I'm doing this primarily to help people out because I think this would be dope. Yeah. And you know what? A lot of that has to do with maybe getting one person that watches it saying, "Man, you know what? I can give a few bucks to a homeless person here or there, and you know, next time I see some, maybe it'll spark, you know, the thought next time the person that saw it, you know, comes across somebody in need."
And
that's the most important part. Yeah, that's the most important part.
I don't see it.
I mean, Ed, rule number one, Ed, haters gonna hate, Ed.
Oh.
Hate is gonna hate, and that's what it sounds like. And you know me, Eb, I don't like Drake. I don't like him.
Yes,
So-
we know.
Wow. But I gotta give credit where credit's due. I saw what he was doing before. I haven't seen the video, but I saw that he went into that market, paid for everyone's groceries. I saw that he was out in the streets giving people money, and that's great. And that's absolutely great. I mean, he didn't have to do that.
He didn't.
He could have had a video of him, drinking Cristal and fucking surrounded by video hosts,
which he does. But listen, how do you like? I'm just convinced that people will always find the negative in something all the fucking time. And this would be what I would say if this fucking clown said something like that, which is, why are you using this to, boost up your video and this and that? And it's just like, you can do something without letting the world know. All right, fuckface. If that's the case, then whenever your fucking whack ass radio show does something for the community, make sure you don't post that up anywhere. And as a matter of fact, make sure you don't videotape it, and make sure you don't take any pictures, nothing for publicity. Just do it just to do it, and don't let anyone know about it. Don't post it anywhere online. Don't put it on your Instagram. Don't put it on your Facebook. We don't want to hear none of that shit. Which is right.
That's Ed. You see, I kind of have a feel. I have a connection to this because I do philanthropic things as well, right?
Yeah.
I understand. I have to kind of understand how these things play out. And one, the whole reason why this was even possible of doing is because he's dropping a new album, new song. That's the whole reason it's possible. So to nitpick that he shouldn't be able to promote his song at all because it's taken away from the good that he's doing is ridiculous.
And the other
the whole reason why it's possible is because of that song.
And then what is Drake? My question is, does Drake really need to do that to promote a fucking song? Because if the song's fucking hot, it's gonna pop just because it's fucking Drake. Let's keep it a buck. Yep. The guy rarely drops any fucking videos as it is. So he does this song. The song was already dope even before the fucking video. So, like, come on, bro. In any case, Drake ended up calling him. You know how Drake gets in his feelings. I will give him that. And he kind of gave him a verbal. He gave him a verbal thrashing.
Good.
Gave him a verbal castration. And I guess Rosenberg ended up redacting some of those statements and feeling bad because essentially he thought that he made Drake so upset and he made him feel bad. The point is, listen, man, if someone's recording a good deed, let him fucking record it. Keep your fucking mouth shut. Because unless you're doing something about it, you have no room to fucking criticize anyone. Okay, if you're not out there doing philanthropic, whatever the fuck Vic just said, work.
Philanthropic, yeah.
If you're not a philanthropist, shut your fucking mouth. Okay? And for once, why don't you retweet this shit so maybe someone else can feel some type of way and maybe they're going to go do something.
Yeah.
So, yo, Drake was in the news. This popped up, and I'm gonna combine both this shit because listen, this is more of a public service announcement to Twitter, Vic.
Oh shit!
That I genuinely need Twitter to start doing something with their platform, dog, because I can no longer just look. I can't go to what's trending anymore, to the search menu, and see somebody that I might potentially see. What's going on here? If I see a name trending, now I'm shaking in my fucking boots, Vic. I don't even, I'm just not even gonna fuck with it. Safari and Drake were both trending over the weekend.
Okay.
And Drake trending, I get it. Be like, okay, something might be, what's going on? Something might have happened. Safari trending, I'm a little skeptical. But when it continues to trend, yeah,
who beat him up?
Who slapped him? You know what I mean? Does he have some new coconut oil coming out? You know what I mean?
Shit.
Did he get a new lineup? Like what's going on with Safari?
Shit.
Those are my. Did he drop another like whack single? Like what could have possibly happened, right? But when you see it over and over and over, and the tweets and the retweets and the trend just gets bigger and bigger, you start thinking, oh shit, something is popping.
So what happened, dog? Damn. You stringing us along.
Because I'm building this up, Vic. I'm building this up to let everyone out here know that you cannot just click on something that's trending because you might get a fucking dick in your face and you'd be like, what the fuck is going on? This is not what I was.
What's going on?
Yo,
the fuck is going on?
I'm going on Twitter trying to figure out like, okay, there might be something like what's popping. You know, what can we add to the storyline this week? You know what I mean? And I go and I was like, oh shit, Drake's trending, and so is Triple Extensions. He's trending. Which, by the way, hey, this kid, he needs to get a new look because this motherfucker looked like Left Eye in the No Scrubs video, and I can't fuck with it, Vic. Every time I see this motherfucker, I'm like, yo, what is wrong with you, my man? Like, cut it out, please. So anyway, both these motherfuckers are trending. Drake is trending, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? Maybe these guys got in a fight. And everyone's like, yo, there's a picture. And I'm like, a picture? And I'm scrolling. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And lo and behold, one of the again, we're gender fluid here, Vic. We're sex posse. You know what I mean?
Dog, just deliver it already.
Nah. Shut the fuck up. I gotta let people know, okay, beforehand. I can't just jump out the window and say this shit without letting it be known up front what's going on. Okay? I go to the picture, and it's a dude that looks just like Drake sucking dick, and I'm just like, okay, listen, I can't do this. I can't do this. Like, y'all gotta put up a sign. Y'all gotta put a Coke can. Put a Coke can outside, please. Put a Coke can outside.
And you know how whenever like a big event happens, they get like a little emoji at the end of the hashtag when you use it? Yeah. They need to put a Coke can at the end of some of these.
Yeah, for real, dog. 'Cause, yo, listen, the shit that I saw, I was like, nah, man, nah. Like, listen, that ain't what I want to see. That is not what I want to see. So
hashtag Coke can.
Okay. So I thought I was okay. I was like, all right, whatever. Get the shit out the way. I'm done with this. The next day, I'm seeing Safari trending, and I'm thinking, like, all right, what the fuck is going on with Safari? Again, did he get his ass beat? Does he have some new coconut oil out? Did someone fuck up his lineup and then found out he got plugs? What's going on? Safari, and then just, again, pictures, video, actually, this time. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, did he whoop someone's ass? Did he get his ass whooped? Scrolling, bang, dick. And I'm like, nah, man, what the fuck? Hashtag motherfucking Coke can, please. Hashtag the fucking Coke can. That's rule number one. That's rule number one in the Bing, Vic. Okay, Little Boozy told us. Okay, if you see the Coke can in the shower, you know what time it is. Okay, if you with it, continue. If you're not, keep it pushing. Okay, y'all gotta let me know. Listen, sex posse. Do you? I don't. But me, I can't do it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to be around it. You can't just fucking trend these fucking names without putting something behind it to give you a description of what you might potentially see.
Just give us a little heads up, a little whistle or something. Just, hey, not this one, man.
Not this one. Not this one.
Skip this one.
Give this one. Coke can. Rattle Coke can.
Hashtag Coke can.
Yeah, for real.
I'm telling you, man, let's make it happen. Hey, anytime there's some wild ass shit that maybe you can't look at this at work. How about you just put hashtag Coke can?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Jesus Christ, Vic.
You need to be careful on Twitter, Ed. You just need to be careful, dog.
Yeah, dog. Seriously, I need to put filters on my shit now, dog. I need to put like the parental the parental filters
parental
on.
Parental lock.
Cause some of this shit, but listen, I can't even front because if I did have the parental filters, I would have never seen Black China give the wackest head I've seen any chick ever give, yo. That shit looked foul, dog. Like, I would have been like, yeah, this is what the hoopla was all about.
You know what? I mean, now it makes sense why she was with Rob Kardashian, Ed. Because that's like a generic ass, just regular dude with lots of money. She got some real boring head, dog. That's it. That's all it is. She got some very boring. And don't get me wrong, it's not the worst I've ever seen, but it's close to it, dog.
Yeah, for real, dog. It looked whack, dog. It looked like a cat licking a salt block, dog. It just looked whack as fuck. I was like, what is this? I was like, come on, boo. Like, come on, put your back into it. What the fuck?
Nah, dog. She didn't even put any neck into it, dog.
None.
Like literally, she was just like there, and she was kind of like a little bit of neck, not even, dog. Like, she gave like 2 degrees of neck, dog. She bent like 2 degrees. That's it. It was like not very much to it.
Very boring. Very, very boring. I am not going to lie to you. I personally, for some reason, I was expecting something more, something different, but it was very just lackluster. Not only that, she kept like lying to this guy. She kept literally blatantly like misrepresenting herself, telling him like, yo, put it all in my mouth. I'm like, yo, you can't. You know what I mean? Like,
you can't even.
You can't. There's limitations to what you can do here, and you're just lying to people. Don't lie to me. You know what I mean?
The talk was pretty good though. Like, her talk is good, but the follow through was not there.
Yeah, this shit was like very lackluster, and I'm just kind of like, okay, that's cool, I guess. You know. And reports came out that there might be a second sex tape, and I'm like, why would I want to see that? Like, I don't listen. If the first one was whack, what the fuck would I want to see the sequel for? Hey,
it's like Monique's stand-up act. You seen it once, shame on me. You're gonna watch it a second time, shame on you.
Yo, listen, Monique out here wilding, Vic. Yo, she came out on the Breakfast Club thinking that, you know, she was gonna school a nard, and I think she really thought that she was going to go on the Breakfast Club and just sway everyone's opinion. And then she did the exact opposite of that.
She just confirmed everyone else's opinion. Now, Eb, I mean, we've talked about this a whole bunch, and now I'm just gonna get to the one thing where it seems like they have the biggest contention, which was the money and the fact that she can't, essentially, according to her own words, can't work for the next 2 years because she can't use the jokes anywhere else. Now, she said the money wouldn't be as bad. The contract wouldn't be as bad if she can go ahead and use those jokes. But, you know, I've been saying this since she came out and advocated for the boycott, that comedians don't do it that way. They do it the other way around. They tour, and at the end of their tour, when their jokes are starting to get stale, when all the cities have seen his jokes, they go ahead and put out a special.
Right.
And you brought up a good point, Eb. Who's going to want to go watch her do stand-up when they've already seen the jokes?
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that until today when you said it.
Every time I see Aries Spears, I know his exact fucking bit. And I've known this bit since 2004.
JayZ, DMX, that's
Snoop, and that's all. That's it. Yeah. And it's like literally this, and just clown somebody in the audience. It's like no one wants to see the same shit. And if I already saw your special, trust and believe, unless you're like Chappelle. But even then, like, I don't want to hear the same fucking joke. Like, I'm not gonna pay $150 to go to an arena to go watch you tell the same exact fucking joke. Because I think for most comedians, when they have a few, you know, they have jokes, right, and they're funny overall, but then they always have like 1 or 2 or 3 that are just hitters, right? Outside of that, they're just funny, right? I'm not gonna go pay for 2-3 jokes that are gonna hit me, you know, and fucking make me laugh that fucking hard when I already know what the joke is all about. Because even when I watch it again, I'm kind of like, that was funny then.
Look, she's not wrong in the sense that there are limitations that are set on the industry for people of color and women. Like
specifically women of color.
Specifically women of color. So all three of those things, she's right. She's got a point. But that didn't come up. She didn't advocate for that until it affected her. And it's not even affecting her for those reasons. It's affecting because people are really looking for a stand-up from her. And that's the problem.
Yeah, no one... I don't think anyone has ever been like, yo, man, when is Monique going to drop another special? Whenever in life have you heard that? I've heard people say, yeah, is Chris Rock going to drop something? Is
and he did, and he did. And it was fire.
Is Martin going to drop another fucking special? And that Martin special, as much as I love Martin, I think I laughed because I felt like I owed him the laugh. You know what I mean?
He's giving you so many laughs, you can give him a few.
yeah. But ain't no one out here checking for Monique. You know what I mean? And on during the interview, she keeps talking about her fucking resume and my resume this and my resume that, and I've done this movie and I did that movie and I did a movie for 17 million and it grossed over 42 million. Amy Schumer did a movie for 42 million and it only made 45 million and this and that. And I'm like, I really wish I was there because I would have been like, okay, number one, Amy Schumer was the main star of the movie. She was the attraction. Don't forget that she also did Trainwreck, which fucking
that fucking killed. Yep.
Okay,
you did. I liked it.
You did Precious 15 years ago. You did what's this holiday flick that she keeps referencing in December of last year?
I didn't watch it.
You were like the fifth character in that movie. You were like an auntie in the movie. Yeah. You weren't the main draw. Like no one was like, yo, I'm gonna go see this because Monique's in it. You just so happen to be in it. So if you keep talking about this resume, listen, yo, if we go talk about resume, Mobb Deep dropped classic albums, Vic. Classic albums. Rakim, considered one of the best rappers of all time. KRS-One, best rapper of all time. You know what I mean? All these guys have resumes. Don't mean they're gonna be selling out fucking the sports arena. Yeah. They're not gonna be selling out the Staples Center, and they for sure ain't gonna be getting no $13-20 million checks. They ain't gonna be getting no JayZ money. They ain't getting no fucking Drake money. Like, just because you have a resume doesn't mean that you're relevant now.
When it comes down to it, Ed, people in comedy and in like music kind of get based on how much potential they have. What's their upside?
Dog, that's in business, period. That's business, period.
I feel especially in this very in this very particular part of entertainment.
Comedy.
It's comedy, yeah. It's kind of like, what is the potential draw? Am I going to get enough people clicking on it? To be honest with you, if it was on Netflix, I might watch it eventually. Eventually.
Yeah, you're not gonna run to it. Like, we made a night of Pookie.
Chappelle.
Nah, not Chappelle. Fucking Chris Rock. You know what I mean? We made a night of that. I'm not making it.
I didn't know it was coming out, and as soon as I saw it, I didn't know it was coming out, and as soon as I saw it on Netflix, I stopped whatever I was looking for and said, "I'm watching this right now," because that's what kind of power he commands in that art form. Yeah. She does not. She was a good comedic actress in The Parkers. That was 25 years ago.
Listen, you and I differ on this, but I do think that she's a good stand-up comedian. She did the Queens of Comedy. You know, that shit sold out, but that was like fucking 20 years ago, 15 years ago, whatever the fucking case is. Like, yo, Cedric the Entertainer isn't fucking selling out arenas and making $30 million a special. And he did the Kings of Comedy.
D.L. Hughley. He was the best on the Kings of Comedy. Oh, well, except for Bernie. He was the second best.
D.L. Hughley ain't even making that type of bread per special. What makes you think that you did one Queens of Comedy, a Gang of Death comedy jam, you did the Parkers, you had a role in Precious, and probably some other films that not everyone probably watched. What makes you think that you could get that type of bread? As a company, Vic, if I'm giving you $13 million, as a businessman, I'm expecting at least $30 million back. I need to double up what I'm giving you.
And on the Breakfast Club interview, I think there was a very fair question that she completely sidetracked and referred over to her daddy, which is her husband, which fucking bothered the shit out of me. But Charlemagne asked, well, what would have been a fair contract?
I'm not even going to entertain
she got upset.
that.
She got upset.
Entertain that.
I think that's a fair idea. I mean, she's already not going to work with them. You know, maybe you don't want to put your money out on the streets. I get it. That might be
No, that's bullshit. If she didn't want to do that, then she wouldn't be talking about this $500,000 that she got offered. So she is putting her money out on the street and what she's getting offered. Point is, what's your value?
She already said that there was other streaming sites that came to her after, and they offered her less money. So you know what? Maybe the offer that Netflix put out there, maybe it was pretty fair. Maybe it was somewhat fair for what her potential is.
Nah, I'm not going to agree with you on that one.
What the one thing I would say, Ed, if she really feels strongly that people are waiting for her stand up, that no, this is fair. This is as fair as I can be to her.
Okay.
If she really thinks that that's the case, she should do what Louis C.K. does and what Dave Chappelle did.
Wait,
record your own. Yeah, Louis C.K.
Didn't the guy was jacking off?
The guy was jacking off.
Okay.
Do what they did, not jack off, but don't do that. Well, don't do that.
No, don't do that.
Don't do that, Monique.
Don't do that at all.
No. Go record your own special. Distribute it yourself. You make 100% of the profits. You owe no company. You can do it. It's been done. There's been a precedent set that this can be done. Yo. Dave Chappelle produced the first 2 of the 3 Netflix specials that he released.
4.
Produced, financed. No, only the first 2 that he.
I know. I said, but there was 4 specials that he.
Oh, excuse me. Okay, 2 of the first 4. He did that on his own, his own money, his own crew. He put it together. It's possible. If you're a legend, he's a legend. You want to put yourself on his level? Go ahead and do it.
Let's keep it funky. Let's keep it funky, Vic. I think she knows that that's a possibility. I think most entertainers, comedians, whatever, I think they understand how the game works now, right? Which is you have streaming services, and if you can get it, great. If not, most people are doing their own fucking thing anyway. That's where we're at. Like, you don't need, like, the crazy thing is, I could understand if this was like late 90s, early 2000s, where you needed these platforms to make something. You don't need that. You don't need, like, look at these whack ass rappers, Lil Pump, all these motherfuckers are coming up because they're doing their own fucking thing on Twitch, on SoundCloud, all these fucking SoundCloud rappers. You mean to tell me that Monique, again, like you said, the legend that she is, the resume that she has, she can't put together her own special and say, fuck Netflix. And instead, what you want to do is you want to paint this narrative that Netflix has gender bias and is racist. Like, you really think that Netflix is going to be like, oh, well, hey, you know what? Here's $20 million because you said so and we don't want, like, they don't give a fuck. They got Tiffany Haddish coming out. They got Dave Chappelle. They got Chris Rock. They got all fucking dog. They have comedians from Mexico that are garbage on there. So how could you even say that when they got people of color, women of color all over that? Maybe you're just not that big of a draw. Maybe no one really checking for you like that. Okay. 500,000 plus the terms that they had. Okay, fine. If in your opinion, maybe a little shady. In my opinion, yeah, you know what? That's kind of whack. Counter offer. You don't want a counter offer? Go somewhere else. do something else. Yo, I'm getting tired of people complaining about what other people want to give them. If you don't like it, you have the option to go elsewhere or to do your own thing. Case in point, you and I had a discussion about a month ago regarding Bank of America and the fees that they were going to start charging people, right? You were on the side of people should be upset. You can agree with it. And I was like, no, I don't give a fuck. Listen, if you don't like it, go elsewhere. Right? And in this case, same thing. You don't like what they're doing. You don't like what they're offering.
I can see where the similarities are.
You know what I mean? Look at you. You decided to go somewhere else because you didn't like what Chase was offering. So
I did, and I was upset about it because I was a member there for a while, so I was upset. But I did.
Point is, you have options, and Monique has options, and she doesn't want to exercise those options. And instead, what she wants to do is paint a picture of racism, and she wants to use that to her benefit, and that's not fucking cool. Because there's genuine gender bias and there's genuine racism, and because you're not getting offered $13 million to do a special that they're probably not going to see a huge return on, no, I'm sorry. There's absolutely no way.
I think this just perpetuates the whole, according to her, myth that she is hard to work with.
Ain't no myth, dog. There's a lot of people that say it, dog.
And that's the thing. It doesn't seem like a myth when things like this are coming out and they just kind of don't look the same way she's pronouncing them. You know, she's out here saying certain things, and when we look at it, it don't look that way.
Right.
But anyway, I think we should take this opportunity to take a little break, and we'll be right back.
Hey, what's good, y'all? Bad Rio here from the Live Woke brand. Make sure you check us out every Wednesday at 10 a.m. on SoundCloud.com. That's every Wednesday at 10 a.m. on SoundCloud.com. You can also check us out on UrbanMogulLife.com, the podcast app, and follow us on Twitter at Live Woke Podcast as well. Want to figure out where the best conversations happen at? They happen on the side, aka sidebars. Come check us out, y'all. Already.
Yo, hey, big shout out to Jay Dilla, because today marks the 17-year anniversary of his debut album, Welcome to Detroit. Salute. Great day in hip-hop history today.
Yep.
So Vic, man, what you want to get in here? We're kind of winding down here.
I think we should get into this daycare worker talk. We got to talk about this. This shit's bananas. So apparently a daycare worker in Oregon decided that, you know what? I need to let these 7 kids do their own thing and go to the tanning salon and get a little workout in.
Listen, man. Listen. You gotta get that pump in, dog. You feel me? By any means necessary. Okay, there's a certain time when your muscles are firing on all cylinders, and you need to make sure you get that muscle twitch going.
So this woman's name is January I can't even say her name.
Ooh, dog, that should look like Neanderthal. January Netherland. Yeah, she sounds like she gonna do some crazy shit, dog.
January Neanderthal.
Yo, January Netherland. Yeah, wow.
But it's really funny because, I mean, I think we all noticed that fitness has been kind of like a trend in the last like good while. You know, it's been like, especially of late, right? I mean, I gotta say, it's a good thing, right? It's a good trend.
Great trend, actually.
But when you have a job and it's with children, I think you need to be very careful on how you do your job. Nah. Because she just this is way out of line. She's facing 22 charges, Eb.
Wow. No, dog, a total of 122 charges.
I missed that one on there. 122 charges.
35-year prison sentence is what she's facing. You can do all the push-ups you want, ma. All of them. You can do all the dips, all the squats. You'll get that pump in, bro. You get to do all of that. Don't even trip. You're going to be in there.
You're going to know the definition of jail muscles real soon.
You get to focus on every single muscle that you got. You can think anything. You want to do that fucking insanity workout. You're going to have all the time to get into all the shape. You get in all the shape you want.
I just don't get, like, what would make you,
for real.
What would make you just like,
what compels you to just be like, you know what? Yeah, there's 7 kids here, but fuck, I don't know, man. That weight bench is taking up pretty fast.
Yeah, 7 kids, but it's leg day.
It's leg day.
Gotta make sure I don't get them chicken legs out there.
Yo, what the fuck? Yeah, seriously, like, what would compel you to see 7 children and be like, they'll be okay by themselves? Like for real,
I just thought it was. I mean, there's not a whole lot to the story other than like, what the fuck?
Straight up,
what the fuck is going on in your head? Look. So apparently, she has several prior felony convictions for identity theft.
What the fuck is this chick doing in a fucking daycare?
That's the thing. Like I don't know. I guess you gotta be careful on who you're letting your kids, who's watching your kids, cause wow, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Crazy dog.
You know what she should have done, dog? She should have took the kids to the gym, into that little kid play area.
Take them to the fucking play area. Actually, I don't know, man. Shit has changed, and you know what? It's in Oregon. I'm almost positive, bro. It must have been like one of those what do they call them? What's it? CrossFit. One of them CrossFit areas.
Oh
where,
yeah.
It's probably one of those where it's like a fucking garage and they just fucking turn it into a CrossFit gym. You know what I mean? So you can't take
she's out.
That.
She's out there flipping fucking trees and shit. She's out there getting ready for the Scottish games and shit.
Fucking strongman competition and shit. Like, yo, I'm about to flip this tractor over 17 times. Like,
watch me pick up this boulder.
Watch me pick up these 7 kids all together. Man, that's wild, man.
And put them in a fucking room and leave them alone.
Imagine you drop off your kid with someone and then you get a phone call from like the police, like, yo, you need to come and pick up your daughter. And you're like, well, what happened? Like, well, she was left alone. You kind of find out that the daycare owner was out at the tanning salon getting her pumping. Like, oh, you'd be fucking livid.
Yo, I might have to catch a charge myself.
Like, it's crazy because like even when I'm around children, the very few times that I've had to actually take care of another human that can't fucking clean themselves or walk by themselves, I feel weird even going to the bathroom for like longer than like 2-3 minutes.
You go to the bathroom with the door open, you keep your eye outside, like, hey, don't move,
like, hey,
don't move.
What are you doing? Stop rocking from side to side. You're about to fucking fall off the couch. So for someone to just be like straight up, fuck it, I'm out. That's fucking crazy.
She must have been high on something, dog. She must have been high on something.
My thing is, like, that means that this probably wasn't the first time. This must have happened at least. Man, that's wild. That's fucking crazy, yo.
It's just crazy. The first time she got caught.
First time you did, yeah. You're right.
But I think that was a good segue into one of the biggest stories that came out this week.
Yeah,
and it comes from the fallout of the Florida shooting that happened at that school a little earlier last week. But more and more of the details are coming out, and a lot of the typical NRA talking points are kind of falling by the wayside. There was an armed guard at the school, still happened there. There was still a shooting there. And the details are now that one of the police officers hid from the shooting, from the active shooting situation.
Wow.
Armed officer. And the first thing that went through my head, I'm sure a lot of the POCs that listen to us, they're quick to shoot us. They're quick to shoot us when there's any hint of danger. When they feel like, yeah. But when there's actual danger, they go and hide like cowards? Man. Look, I'm not saying that it wasn't a dangerous situation, because it is. But that's your
what
job,
you're there
man.
for.
That's your job. That's what you signed up for.
Literally, his only job was to protect those kids. And he failed at that miserably.
The thing is that maybe he doesn't save any kids, but his job was to try to.
Yeah. This is what I told you earlier, Vic. Like, seriously, this guy might as well have died, because his life after this, one being the guilt that he's gonna live with for the rest of his life, knowing that he could have possibly saved some kids, but because he went to go hide, he didn't. And two, that community, that city, and that state, that guy is a non-factor in that place. No one will ever talk to this guy. Everyone's gonna know him as the coward that went hiding. Okay.
Nah, they're not gonna not talk to him. They're either gonna not talk to him or they're gonna get in his face.
all the time.
And it's not going to be a good situation ever for him.
Yeah, and it's like, I get it, I understand it, right? We'll keep it funky. That's a scary situation to be in, to not know what's going on, to just hear that there's a guy in this fucking school with a rifle, you know what I mean, and he's shooting kids. But that's what you signed up for. Yeah. That's like saying I want to go into the Marines, and when it's time to do Marine shit, you're like, you know what? Maybe I bit off more than I could chew.
Can you elaborate on Marine shit?
ISIS.
Doing push-ups. Like you're getting box haircuts.
I don't know. Like, I thought, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, no, Marine shit is kill. That's what Marines are trained to do. They're trained to kill, literally. There's no other way to put it than that's what Marines are trained to do. They are literally brainwashed and trained into killing other people in war.
So one of the things that I found very interesting, that this was a little tidbit that the right wing just chomped on. They grabbed on this whole scapegoat. This is their scapegoat. That if he would have acted, maybe this doesn't happen at all. He's armed, right? Mm-hmm. And this is their whole idea, that if there's armed guards at every school, this won't happen. So now the party of, we can't criticize any cop when it comes down to shooting unarmed black people, unarmed Latinos, unarmed people of color. And now, it's free game for you to go ahead and criticize this guy. It's always fair game. And I hope they remember this shit. They won't. Of course they won't. But to me, it's so ridiculous. The hypocrisy is at an all-time high in the last 2 or 3 years. It's fucking crazy, Eb. It's crazy. Look, man, I like you said, I understand the hesitation. It's a scary thing, and you probably don't ever expect to have to deal with it.
He probably didn't. That's probably why he was at the school. He probably thought this is gonna be an easy gig. I probably just gotta deal with these little punk ass kids with some weed
and whatnot,
talking shit, talking bad, and I get to slam them on the ground, tell them to shut the fuck up, take them in because you got a pistol and a badge, and you're going up against someone that you know that you're probably physically stronger than, right? But when it was time to actually do some real police work, which was to protect and to serve, you bitched out. And what ended up happening? A fucking 16-year-old who had more balls than you decided to go out and try to save his own classmates. What ended up happening? A football coach ended up trying to save his pupils. And you know what they didn't have? They didn't have a fucking bulletproof vest, and they didn't have a fucking gun to at the very least give themselves a chance. And you had that.
But that's the difference between, a hero and a coward, Eb. I hate to call him that because I don't know what he's been through in his life, but the chance that you actually have to show heroism. And you know what? Donald Trump said something earlier about this guy.
Fuck that guy.
But I'm not even gonna get into it. He called him a coward, and he said that if it was me, I would go in even if I didn't have a weapon.
Get the fuck out of here.
He had his chance in Vietnam. That didn't happen.
Twice.
He had his chance twice in me. You're right. He got it deferred twice. But
that fucking
the whole idea that a person would go in and help children is not unrealistic. Right? That's fair enough. There's people that would, even if you don't have a kid in there, you might go in there to try to do whatever you could do to save a life or two.
And you know what, Vic? Listen, we saw the comments, right? And for the most part, it was pretty much, this guy's a coward, da 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 da. And there's also other people out there defending it, and I can understand defending the fear and this and that, and I get it. And some people are saying, well, if it was you wouldn't do it. Maybe so. Maybe you're right. The difference is I'm not a fucking police officer, and I didn't sign up for that fucking job. Okay? I didn't put myself in the line of danger. Okay? I didn't do that. He did. He understood what he had to do. And what ended up happening was he could have prevented something. He could have stopped something. And instead he didn't. And that just speaks volumes. So trying to spin it any other way and then out of all of this, Vic, and I hate to go back to him, but we kind of have to, because for a brief moment there was all this talk that maybe we should start arming the teachers. Yeah.
Get the fuck
there
out
you
of
go.
here.
That's what a leader does, Vic. That's like, you know what, hey, listen, if the cops don't want to do it, why don't we just get the teachers? Yeah, there you go. Good one. Oh man, you're fucking smart. Fucking idiot.
Well, these teachers didn't go to fucking college and go to graduate school to go and shoot people and potentially their own students that they've had. Imagine that you're teaching, you're not teaching, you're pretty much telling your teachers that, hey, every one of your students is a potential person you're gonna shoot, and you're giving them the opportunity to do so.
Damn, Vic.
How ridiculous is that?
It's pretty ridiculous that you're gonna be out here fucking having a lecture on
I may
indigenous
have to shoot
people
you someday,
and I'm gonna pull out the strap in case I got to. Like that's just wild. And it's just like, is that really the best option you could come up with? Like, you really like that's some shit that some dumb motherfucker says on Twitter or on Facebook and people roll with. Not something that the president would actually entertain and say, yo, we should have these these teachers who are who have been groomed, who may have been in the army or been in the Navy and have this type of training. And if they're willing to do it, no, fuckface, why don't you come up with a different plan? You know what I mean? And I was gonna say maybe put more police presence, but obviously that's not gonna work, or it may work.
Eb, the idea, the notion that the people that go shoot up schools only go there because they're gun-free zones is fucking ridiculous. Obviously, they don't go there. They don't go there for that. They don't go there for that. The reason they go to schools is because they're usually ex-students and they have a connection to that school. Not because, there's no guns there, so I'm just gonna be... No, how many times has a school shooter not been killed or not been caught? Damn near zero, Eb.
I'm still trying to remember the last story that came out where someone came out of nowhere and stopped a mass murdering shooter. When's the last time you heard that story, Vic, come out on the radio?
Shooter, no. It happens with stabbers sometimes. Like there's anecdotal evidence, and there's certain times where it's happened where a concealed carry person shoots somebody that's stabbing people. It happens.
Well, that doesn't really help us.
It's so rare. It's so rare because you know what, Ed? There's been studies done that when it comes down to it, when the pressure is on, people don't have the accuracy. They don't have the competence to go ahead and take out an assailant like that.
Because, Vic, outside of that, we are not programmed to kill people either. Vic.
Yes,
so when presented that opportunity as human beings, we are not groomed. We're not expected. This happens in the military all day, every day. That's why they have to fucking brainwash them, because our minds and our brains are not conditioned to kill other human beings, even when we're put in danger ourselves.
Yep.
So what makes you think a fucking teacher's gonna go out here and just start blasting somebody?
Ed, it's delusions of grandeur again. I mean,
like Monique. That's what this fucking episode is called, dog. Delusions of grandeur.
The idea that you're gonna go and save the day, shooting someone that
only happens in the movies.
An active shooter. It's not gonna happen.
Movies and very few and far between.
Yeah, the only chance you have of stopping someone like that is if you totally get them by surprise and you totally get them without, you get lucky.
Yeah.
And that's the bottom line. You're gonna have to get very lucky.
Yeah, shooting a gun in the range is completely different than shooting another human being from close range, or from
any pressure. You put any pressure on, it's not gonna be the same. Any pressure, it gets me sick to my stomach when I see all these things going on, and I just, man, I can't stand to see this over and over, and hopefully something gets changed. The rhetoric seemed like it was changing a little bit, but again, the stances that were unexpected are taken, where the right wing NRA defending group is now just jumping all over police, and it's taking a completely new stance, and it's really wild. So,
and I want to say this. I want to say this as a tidbit. Listen, Vic and I have very differing opinions on the Second Amendment. Okay, I am an avid, gun owner, carry arms, all that. Vic isn't. All right. However, there's absolutely one thing that I agree with 100%, and it's there's no need for a civilian to have a semi-automatic rifle that can shoot 50, 100 rounds per minute, per second, whatever. There's absolutely no reason to have that type of weapon if you're a fucking mechanic, or if you're a fucking waiter, or if you're a fucking librarian,
18-year-old that just got expelled from your school,
who has mental issues, who the cops have been called on multiple times. There's no need for that. There's really no need for me to have a machine gun, an AR-15. There's no need for that. I don't need it. There's no reason for it. And this whole, you're going to take our guns and martial law. Shut the fuck up. Okay. That's not going to happen. Okay. You guys want to have them because you guys want to have them. I do agree that I would want to keep a gun like that because the bad guys have guns like that. And until they say do away with it, then you would want to keep it. But to say that you need it, that's a flat out fucking lie.
That's a fallacy. I think we should end on a light note. We'll do one more story, and you sent me this one, Eb, and I thought it was kind of silly, man. It looks like the state of California, and its DMV are looking to change up something that is
let's keep it funky, man. This is something that a lot of vain individuals, I know a lot of women in my family, would relish.
Get yourself in trouble.
I don't get myself in trouble. They would relish at this, and they would pay the fee. This being that California is proposing a new law and bill that would let you choose your own picture for your driver's license.
Yo, Ab, I'm about to get my driver's license picture shot by Martin Scorsese, dog.
You'd be out there, dog, just posing with the pelly and the fucking video. Like, sir, is this you? That's me. That was a good day. Yo,
the wind was kicking up. Got my hair just right.
Nick, I don't even want to entertain this shit, because knowing how some people are. And these fucking dog filters and these Snapchat filters, and be like, imagine the DMV having to go through all. You're like, what the nah? No,
sir,
you can't show teeth. You can't show teeth, sir.
You don't have ears and a tongue coming out of your mouth. You're gonna have to retake this. So what is the? Do you know what the fee is?
Nah, they haven't said what the fee is because they haven't proposed a bill just yet. It's just in the early stages. But it is definitely something that they want to put on the books. And listen, I get it, but this is just a ploy. Like, think about it, Vic. In most pictures, identification pictures, you really can't smile. Like, you can't show teeth. And I know because I just went to get my passport picture taken, and they straight up told us no teeth. And I was like, damn, okay, no teeth. Yes. I was like, thank you,
ma'am.
That should be the slogan. But in any case, I'm just like, yo, you are setting yourselves up for a lot of extra work for an additional $20. Because I couldn't foresee this being like a $200 fee to get your own, to pick your own.
It should be, Eb. If they're gonna have to go through all that trouble of having to deal with someone else's pictures, it might as well be like $200. And you know what? There's gonna be people paying it.
Oh yeah, straight up. Just like these people that are getting. You motherfuckers sit out here getting bamboozled because you're getting black license plates. Listen,
Really? Those are kind of dope, though.
Nah, dog. Listen, I get it. You got yourself the little baby Camaro. You know, you got yourself the 6-banger, and you think you out here popping at 175 horsepower, trying to put the black. You know, no. You're just paying an extra $75 a year for no fucking reason because it doesn't look cool. Okay, let it go. And this will be no different, Vic, because in my opinion, they're not gonna just let you submit your picture, dog. Like this isn't like RateMe, .com. Like, you can't put your
swipe right.
You can't put your Tinder picture on there. They're probably gonna let you. They're probably gonna take a couple pictures and they're gonna be like, okay, which one do you like? What are you gonna? You can't just submit your own picture, dog. Like I told you,
I can't.
Filters galore.
I can't put the picture I took in Hawaii with all the rainforest in the back.
No,
I can't use that.
The one you took with Ziggy Marley? No, dog.
I can't put a picture with me and Ziggy on my license. Yo, that would be fire.
Be like, wait, what? Like, yo, that's me. That's when I met Ziggy. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to step out of the car.
Damn it. I know you're smoking weed now.
It's legal, goddammit. Anyway, man. Great show. I like this show.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yes.
It was a breeze.
It was Eb. It was a good show. And you guys can always join in the conversation on our Instagram and Twitter, Buffet_boys on both. You can also follow us on our website, BuffetBoysPodcast.Tk, because we can't afford the .com yet. But one day, Eb,
we're going to make that bread and get the .com. Until then, we're going to be living on this broke boy status. So take it. But yo, that was episode 58. You know what it is. Shout out to the UML Network, Poindexter and the crew. We appreciate you, sir. Thank you for all you do. And just thank you for everything you do for us. All right. So yes, episode 58. Listen, we're going to be back next week as always. Podcasting for the culture, bringing more knowledge for your brain, more culture for your soul, and more bullshit for your week. It's your boy, the Salvadoran Sensation, Eb.
It's your boy, Vic. Peace.